Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I welcome all of you, my dear friends, all over the world. Today we are starting about atomic structure. In atomic structure, we will discuss on John Dalton theory. Second, we will go to J.J. Thomson, what he said about atom. And the third one, we will come on Rutherford, explanation of the atom, and also Bohr theory, Niels Bohr. After this one, we will go to de Broglie and Heisenberg. And then at the last we will define quantum numbers according to Schrödinger equation. First, we will discuss on John Dalton. Before starting the lesson, try to copy this one, then we will come on Dalton theory. Have you finished? Should I erase the board? Yes, sir. Why not? Okay, thanks. The existence of the atom, it was played or it was discussed from very long time before. The existence of atom discussed from long time before. From long time before. I think in 400 BC. It means 400 before Christ. From today, maybe 2420 years before. The scientists discussed that we have this matter. It is made of small particles, and this small particle is called atom. The Greek scientists, they said that atom is taken from a word atomio. Greek scientists, for the first time, they defined the small particle by name of atomio. Atomio, it means a small particle which cannot be cuttable. It means which is uncuttable or undivisible and divisible. It means every matter you see in the world, it is consisted or it is made of small particles. This small particle is called atomio, and we cannot and we are not able in order to cut this one. This theory, I think it was a mere speculation. It was a mere speculation on that time. A speculation. What does it mean? It means it was like a theory. Why? They didn't have this terminology, or they didn't have this ability in order to test this one. They said atom is a small particle which is uncuttable. On that occasion, on that time, there was no proof to test this one. And one thing more, that this idea remained dormant for many years. This idea remained dormant for many years. After a long time, there was a school teacher from UK by name of John Dalton. I think in 1808. He revived this idea. He revived this idea. He said that whenever you are looking to the matters, this matter is made of a small particle, and that small particle is atom, and it is not uncuttable or undivisible. I mean that 400 before Christ, this idea was created, maybe by Greeks by name of atomio, or maybe by Europeans, or maybe by Americans, or maybe by Asians. But after a long time, a school teacher in UK by name of John Dalton in 1808, he revived the idea, and once again he claimed that whenever you're seeing or you're looking to the matter, and this matter is made of a small particle, and this small particle is uncuttable. Now what he said, copy it down, we will come. Okay, what John Dalton said. He said that whenever we are talking about atom is a small part of the matter, or a small particle of the matter. For example, you're looking to this board. This board is not one matter. This matter, indeed, in fact, whenever you are going to inside of this one, this board is made of small particles. This small particle is not cuttable, and this small particle is called atom. First, it is uncuttable or divisible. Second, whenever, for example, from one board, for this one board, if I take one particle, a small particle, and if I take another particle, now what do you think? This particle is from this board, and this particle also belongs to this board. When I want to bring it out, one particle, it means one atom, and when I bring this one, also it is the same particle. Now, the same particle of a what? A matter has the same characteristic. It means the same atom, the same atoms have same characteristic. But if we come to another matter, this matter is A and this matter is B. For example, this one is a white board and this one is a black board. Or maybe this one is a board made of wood and this is a board made of iron. Now, whenever we are looking to this particle, If I want to remove one particle of this one and one particle of this one, now these particles are same or not? It's not same. Now since it is not same, they have different properties. He said that different atoms have different characteristics. It means they don't have the same characteristic. Although his theory was able, it means it has the ability to explain law of conservation of mass. We will study, inshallah, what's conservation of mass. It means, for example, we are putting hydrogen with oxygen. There we are getting H2O. Now, hydrogen and oxygen, what is the mass? Maybe, for example, 1 mole or 2 mole, whatever is this one. And we have got, for example, 1 mole. Whenever we are calculating this material, the mass of this one and the mass of oxygen, in product also we have the same mass. It means the Dalton theory has the ability to explain the law of conservation. It was able. Also, it has the ability in order to express the law of constant composition. It has the ability to explain the constant composition of the matters. This theory was able to explain the law of conservation of the mass, explain the constant composition, and also it was able to explain the multiple law of proportion. Explain to multiple law of proportion. Dalton theory was able to define these three categories, but there were some backdraws. There were. What was that one? The failure, or maybe backdraw, whatever you say. First, he said the atom is uncatable. Right now, we know it is catable. Why? Because in atom we have electrons, we have nucleus. We have in nucleus we have got proton, neutrons. Also, protons, they are made of quarks. Now we have this ability. On that occasion, Dalton claimed that atom is uncatable. Second, he said the same atoms have same characteristic, but in isotope, we are witness that we have same atoms, but different characteristic. For example, come to hydrogen, 1, 1, hydrogen, 1, 2. We say this one protium, and we say this one deuterium. Now, are they same atoms? Yes, of course. It's hydrogen, and the second one is hydrogen. Do they have the different characteristic? Yes. What's different characteristic in these two hydrogens? Mass. The mass is 1, here the mass is 2. But he said it has the same characteristic. Now we can prove that same atoms, maybe they have some characteristic. Also, it could have different characteristic by usage of isotope. The third one, he said different atoms have different characteristic. Now we have different atoms, but same characteristic. He said different characteristic. But now we can find that different atoms have same characteristic. Like what? In part of isobar, we will study inshallah. And that one is, for example, we have sodium 1124, we can find, and also magnesium 1224. We have sodium 1124. Maybe in periodic table you are witness that sodium is 1123, but we have one isotope of sodium which is 24. Now sodium and magnesium, they are same or they are different? They are different atoms. How you can say that they are different? From atomic number, whenever you have a change in atomic number, it means that they are different atoms. But they have same characteristic. Like what? Like mass. Sodium's mass is 24. Magnesium mass is also 24. Now this was the backdraws or failure of the John Dalton. I think you have got. But his theory was valid up to 100 years in schools. It was valid up to 100 years in schools. And the teachers taught this one, that atom is not cuttable. Different atom has different characteristic. The same atoms have same characteristic. Now, what the next lecture is, we will come inshallah. But one thing I have to say, that the main development of John Dalton is that he was a first man all over the world, that he claimed that if you are looking to a matter, this matter is made of small particles, and that small particle is called atom. Just this was the development for the John Dalton. And the other theories that he claimed and explained, it was wrong. I think you have got this one. Write it down. Thanks too much. We will come, inshallah, as soon as possible for the next theory and explanation of the atomic structure. Allah Hafiz.